Yeah, I guess it's just to start with just Bradfield. Like I said on a recent episode, probably last week, Bradfield's just when he's been on the field, he's been pretty good. 124 WRC plus, way fewer ground balls. You might have had some questions about the hit tool last year, but had a strong end to the year. Felt really good about where he's going to be at, and then this year just kind of wrecked by the hamstring injuries, obviously, but still feel really good about this season. Definitely wouldn't call it a wash by any means. He gets promoted to AAA to close out the year, gets a couple more weeks. They have 4 more weeks. Delmarva, Aberdeen wrap up at the end of this week, and then Bowie, 2 weeks later, and then Norfolk at the end of the month. So he's gets his season extended. Uh, Still think he's a prime candidate to go to the Arizona Fall League as well to continue to get more at bats. And yeah, like this year, again, not a wash, but I, I imagine a lot of people probably a little frustrated because we were hoping to see Bradfield push for a major league job at this point in the year. Instead, the Orioles season went as it did, and Bradfield was hurt most of the year, but you push it back to next year. I think it's no harm, no foul. Like he's still 25% above league average across more than 300 plate appearances in AA in total, going back to last year. So, not going to like daydream about unrealistic expectations about Bradfield's bat and what it could become, but I think it's what we've seen is pretty good and leaves me pretty optimistic going into next year. That I also don't think he's a guy that like you're going to see them wait until the end of the year. If he has a good final month here, he has a good fall, he has a good season next year back in Norfolk, they're not going to wait because I see his odds of being 2027 Rookie of the Year pretty low considering his profile and who he is. But he could be a guy who could bring some electricity to the Major League club probably early next year. So
Yeah, when he's been on the field, he's been performing pretty well. Like Nick said, batting 270 with the 333 BABIP, and with his speed and bunting ability, I think that's probably close to at least what he'll be able to sustain. 15.4% walk rate, 17.8% strikeout rate. Those numbers are good. Highest ISO of his career at 117, but still popped a couple home runs this year already. And yeah, I think you could even tell when he came back the first couple times before the final injury stint that he had, that he wasn't stealing as many bases as he did. Obviously, last year had 74 combined between high A and double A. He has 26 on the season now, but I feel like in the month of August alone, he was 14 for 15 and really started picking up like after this last trip. So hopefully that means that the hamstring is at least fully healed. And yeah, he had nothing left to prove at double A. This probably would have happened around June or July if he's healthy all year, but this is where it's at now. So he gets some valuable experience coming up at the AAA level. And yeah, I think it probably delays his major league debut to second half of next season, maybe the September call-up area, I don't think he's really going to be a top like Rookie of the Year candidate prospect, but something tells me the Orioles, if he's performing well, they'll just do it anyway, just like with Beavers. I doubt Beavers is going to be one of the betting favorites, but Bradfield, I'm thinking cup of coffee and the next year, and then hopefully 2027 is when he's ready to at least be a big part of a contending team in Baltimore, if not the everyday center fielder.
Yeah, I agree with what you both said there. And to go back to Nick's point, yeah, this is not, I think, the season anybody would have drawn up for Bradfield coming into the year, because the expectation, the hope was that he would be performing at a high level at AAA by this time of the season, maybe even a little bit earlier. And the Orioles would be in playoff mode or preparing for the playoffs. And you would possibly have Bradfield there as a weapon off the bench in the postseason with his speed and his defense. That's obviously not going to happen now for a multitude of reasons that have to do with Bradfield's health over the course of this season. The major league teams struggles during the year, but I think it is important to point out, as you both did, that when Bradfield has been on the field this year, the bat has generally been good. 124 WRC plus in 50 games is AA level. Certainly there's room for improvement there, but I think that given the circumstances of this year, you have to give him credit in that this is not going to come out to be a complete wash. He's still got to AAA. There's still an opportunity for him to go to the fall league. I agree with Nick. He should be out there. And a chance for him to, yeah, he's not going to be a contributor in the major leagues at the beginning of the 2026 season, and maybe not even the first half, but a way to, there's still a path for him to force his way into that conversation at some point next year.